So I started painting the pilot and he's coming out good. So as I'm kind of painting him, I'm finding things like, I don't think it's going to matter, this little void on his elbow, you won't see that. But there were some other little things that I didn't notice until I actually got the first coat of sealer on him. But other than that, he looks really good. I'm happy with the way the arms came out and kind of tucked in. So he sits right in here. Now, for the other dude, for the gunner, I guess, or the navigator, or whoever, the co-pilot, I've removed the arms, getting ready to put the other arms on. I'm also going to remove his head, because what I want this guy to do is I want him to be kind of like reaching up for one of these buttons here, looking at this panel here, and one hand will be down on the throttle, I guess that is, and the other hand, he'll be adjusting something here. So he'll be looking that way, and his arm needs to be up on there somewhere, like he's reaching for something. So what I found here is that the photo etched part, that's the floor, the base here, it extends out farther than it should, or it doesn't fit into the piece now, or the sidewall here. So the thing is there's a point of attachment for the front of it that needs to stay there. So I can't just cut all of this off. So I checked both Redgrass's instructions and also the instructions on the kit, and yeah, well, especially Redgrass's, and they don't really take into account that extension for the floor panel. And mine are already in. They have the little rudder pedals on them and everything. So what I had to do to get this to fit, you see those little rudder pedals on there, which are really kind of cool. Honestly, you're not going to see them. They're going to be buried so deep in there. But again, it's a good chance for me to kind of get used to these small photo etched parts, even though you're really not going to see it. But what I needed to do was, here's the piece beforehand with that solid place. And what I needed to do is I needed to cut out all of that, enough that it still stays structural, it still holds together, but there's an opening now for the rudder pedals. So when this all goes together, you still have all those connection points that it's going to need. So that was kind of a surprise, but when I went to go figure out where his hand needed to be on the panel, I realized that this part didn't fit in. So I carved that out. I'm going to clean it up a little bit more, just where you can see it. And then the other thing I had to do on the floorboards here, these are photo etched parts, I had to kind of clip those down and push them, sand them down enough, or as far as I could, towards those rudder pedals. I took off a little bit off of the end of both of those, again, to try to make more room. So that's where I'm at right now.